It's a jungle out there. Jungle terrain is difficult to move through, and the combination of heat and constant rain makes it very uncomfortable, as do the swarms of insects. Jungle anatomy. This illustration shows how the jungle is divided into vertical levels, with giant trees forming a thick canopy that blocks out most of the light. Down at ground level, the plants are crowded together, making it hard to move around. Your machete is the most important piece of your kit to have, but always use with adult supervision. There's plenty of rain in the rainforest, but little fresh drinking water. Learn to recognize water veins. They hold fresh water in their hollow stems. Use your machete to hack them open. You need clothes and kit that will cope with the heat, constant rain, and insects. Clothes need to be light and loose to keep you cool. Tough, so that they don't get shredded by thorns and spikes. And quick drying, so you're not constantly damp. How to use a machete. A machete is a long-bladed knife for slashing a path through the leaves and vines. Get your technique right, or you will waste precious energy and take too long to get through the jungle. Always cut at an angle and keep your waist parallel to the cut. Chop down to cut through stems and vines, and up to cut through leaves. Follow a 3-step cut. Let your shoulder drop, lead with your elbow, and flick with your wrist. Flick your wrist at the last second. Escaping quicksand. Quicksand is a mixture of fine sand, clay, and water. In the movies, when someone steps in the quicksand, they get sucked in. And the more they struggle, the more they sink, until they drown. Thankfully, in real life, you won't sink deeper than your chest. But quicksand is very hard to get out of, so you could die if you are stuck too long. As with all dangers, the best way to save yourself is prevention. Watch out for quicksand on lakes, on riverbanks, near the coast, and in marshes. Test the ground with a stick. Quicksand is strange stuff. It can change from being as solid as concrete to being oozy like porridge, depending on whether it is being stirred about. When you tread on quicksand, you start mixing it up, so it goes porridgey and you start to sink in. But it is impossible for a person to completely sink into quicksand, because the human body is less dense than quicksand. So you will always end up floating in it, probably no deeper than your waist. Quicksand can kill you in other ways, though. Once you start moving, the quicksand sets into a hard form, and it becomes incredibly hard to pull yourself out. This means you could easily get stuck until you starve, or until you're drowned in a flood.